minute since I posted anything. This is my Tuff Krate that I bought and I've had to modify. It comes stock with those two rod holders there that are mounted in 5 places. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's all pre-drilled, everything's beautiful, blah, 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 blah. I was gonna order a couple more, but I just didn't. I don't know why, but I didn't. I'd actually intended to maybe get another set of these and put them on. I don't know how long my OCD will allow me to have that setting there, or at least still white. I'm probably going to tie a couple rings of 550 cord around it to make sure they're uber secure. Some issues with it immediately. Now, first of all, when I put it together, here, let me see if I can set this down real quick. When you buy this is the super or deluxe version, or super deluxe, or give me more money for, I don't know. Anyways, this version has this top shelf here. Okay, this opens, this lid opens, this whole thing swings up, and then you've got your 5700s or 5000 or 4000 series bait boxes fit in here. Now, you're supposed to have 2 of these lids. Mine only had 1. I didn't feel like dealing with them, sending it back, blah, 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 blah. So I just put wire ties right here where this hinge is supposed to be, and this is supposed to have another piece right here like this hanging down. It gave me 2 bottoms. Actually 3 bottoms. 1, 2. 2 bottoms. Anyways. So, to make it so it hinges, I did that. And because it doesn't have the correct bottom or top part on here, I'm not sold that this is gonna stay locked, so I did this little add-on here, and that's what I wanted to show you. So it's just knotted there. I've got basically my fly fishing and some of the lighter tackle stuff is in there. That is a cup that's got a paper towel soaked with WD-40. So when I come in off the water, I throw the lures in there that have been used so that the hooks don't rust. You can see where it's kind of been rusting. Some of the more interesting things that I've got also, this is the leash setup for a actual stakeout pole instead of that homemade thing that I had, which, hey, it's cool, but it is what it is. I also purchased these from, I'm surprised I got them. This is a fly fisherman, and I'm going to use them on salt. These are fly clips. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're little bitty. They're on that leader. And you tie them on the end of your fly line, and then you're not continually cutting it off when you change flies. You can just slip them on and off. And I got 1, 2, and 3. That's the 3 sizes they come in. You match them up to your lures and your line size. I imagine like an XO would be that size 3, and then you get smaller. And like I said, you just tie them on, and it's basically just kind of like that clip that they're hanging on. There's 10 of them on each one. And you can easily change flies back and forth. You're not constantly cutting your leader. So that's who I got them from, Avid Max Sports. this is a double-sided fly box, and this is for the push pole or the stakeout pole. So anyways, I put that on there, and then this is not as easy as it looks one-handed. Then of course I put that on there as a sense of security, you know, being a paddler, not a peddler, a paddler, you know, and reaching Mach speed, Mach Schnell. And then in there, right now, I've just got a whole bunch of my rigging lines set on top of all my tackle trays. And believe me, they're not all full, and they're going to be emptied, and there'll be space left in here. And some of the nasty ones, you know, when your hooks and stuff get rusted and just corroded, it just looks like crap. So I bought these with the blue on it from Flambeau, the same people that made this Tuff Krate, because it's got the rust inhibitor and molded into the polyethylene, high density polyethylene, to stop rusting of your lures. I fish saltwater almost exclusively, so you know that's an issue. Then I can put that there. I also bought this bigger box because I had it all in a backpack and I just wasn't really happy with it. That's some of my soft lures, worms, fish bait, stuff like that. That's individually in there, okay? And then I got this deal right here. And what this has got is that same rust inhibitor built into the separators, so I can actually hang my top waters, my lures and stuff like that, off of that and keep them from rusting. A lot more space. They're not hooked into each other. It's not a freaking nightmare trying to get stuff in and out. And they just hook and hang down inside it. You can see it's a pretty deep container. Okay, I got them both online at Walmart, had them delivered to the store, and I just went over there and picked them up, and they were ready a day early. So let me shut this door, and I'm going to go outside and I'll show you the challenge that I'm having, that I had. Now, those that know me know that I fish out of a Predator, a pedal, or not a pedal, a paddle, just regular old school paddle, and that's it. I'm the dumb shit that did the outriggers. Well, the problem is with the outriggers, where this would usually, that box would most likely be used, I want that box to be sitting here so that when I have the outriggers on, I can go fly fishing standing up a lot easier. Okay, believe it or not, as big as this tank well is, it's not very accommodating. Okay, actually, you know what that means is it's a complete pain in the ass the way it's designed. It's narrow here. There's a choke point right here and right there with this crossbar for rigidity. That crate will fit in here this way, but then it either opens that way or opens that way. Pain in the ass. I wanted it to open traditionally that way. So I went down to Home Depot and I bought a plastic trim. That's their like starboard or whatever. And I cut it, loosened this deal up right here, and made it to set right there. So now that tackle box will set right on top of there, right up against the crossbar for the outriggers, and on top of this bar, and then I'll anchor it down with string or whatever. There's the extension, the elastic cords, they may be brought into it, I'm not real sure. But that's that. I also, and I have no idea where I'm going to do with it, but I know that I will eventually. I purchased a Now if you pay attention to what's right there, what they're setting across, that'll be the next video here shortly. I bought that 8-foot stakeout pole. It is fiberglass. It's got a small point, not a very rough point, it's not for shells, oyster beds or anything. It's into mud, okay? I purchased that. I went ahead and broke down and bought that. That's like an $80 item at Bass Pro Shops. And I'm going to rig up and throw this thing in the water over on Colleton River and mess around. There'll be another follow-up on the other thing that I added, and I'm kind of excited by and nervous and have no idea how to use, but that'll be here shortly. So thanks for watching. Bye. If you have questions, comments, whatever, leave me a note. I appreciate it. I'm trying to work on my quality of my videos and not jerk them around and move around so rapidly. I look around because I feel like a retard talking to myself, videotaping. Maybe I don't really think that my stuff is, I don't know, I think sometimes that my stuff is, yeah, whatever, dude, shut the hell up. So you have to bear with me on that. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, the whole deal. Thanks, I appreciate it.